CEO Elon Musk says employees are locked out of the headquarters building until early next week. Why? That answer is unknown for the most part. The announcement comes amid reports that large numbers of staff are quitting after Musk called them to sign up for long hours at high intensity or leave. Sarah Williamson joins us live now from New York with the latest on what's going on at Twitter HQ. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, John. Well, there seems to be a bit of turmoil at Twitter. Staff and insiders have been reporting that Twitter 2.0 is going to look very different than what Elon Musk may have anticipated. Now, reports are suggesting that the majority of the skeleton staff that weren't laid off by Musk upon his takeover have decided to resign, including the entire payroll team. And according to the New York Times, this sent Musk into a spin as employees started dropping off the Zoom call whilst he tried to encourage them to stay. And the Twitter offices are now closed until Monday, giving Musk some time to get his company in check. And what is absolutely crazy about this, John, is that this story is so big that it eclipsed House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's retirement from Democratic leadership as the top story on the New York Times and the Washington Post websites. Now, people are concerned about the future of the platform, though. One former employee saying that 6 critical systems, which no longer have any engineers now, will continue to coast until they run into something, and then they're just going to stop. So this sent Twitter users into an absolute frenzy again, anticipating the collapse of 2.0. But Musk, well, he's keeping the faith. Twitter is tweeting out on Thursday night that the best people are staying and that he isn't super worried. So even though people on Twitter are having a meltdown, at this stage, John, the actual platform seems to be operating just fine. So it begs the question, is this an exaggeration just by disgruntled employees? Or is this the beginning of Twitter's demise? We'll just have to wait and see, John.
We will, Sarah. And as you indicated, though, my tweets are still making it out just fine. And we'll hope for the best because we need this platform, I guess. Great to see you.
We'll hope for the best there.
Sarah Williamson for us in New York. All right, let's welcome in our panel to talk more about Musk's Twitter takeover. Conservative columnist Matthew Foldy is here, and so is Chad Prather, host of the Chad Prather Show. Gentlemen, great to have you with us. And I guess I'll toss it over to you guys. How are we liking Twitter? We've had some time now for Elon Musk to get in there and make some changes. Chad, have you noticed anything different about Twitter?
No, it's still a dumpster fire. Here, I tweeted out this morning. It was perfectly fine. The tweet went out. Got about 12,000 reactions, which made me happy. And all I said was that these Twitter employees that are quitting, they seem like the kid that went to school and just stayed in recess all day long. Now they're being told to go to work and they don't know what to do with themselves. And people said, you don't know what you're talking about. You've never been in Twitter headquarters. And I said, well, just prove me wrong. Show me what's so hard at going in and turning the button on so everybody can talk.
Yeah, what I'm always amazed by, too, is how much people seem to need Twitter, Matthew Foldy. We're on there all the time. You and I communicate. Let's be honest, we might not be able to do our meme team segment without Twitter. But how much stock people put into Twitter. And also, are you noticing a difference? Do you like the new Twitter, Matthew?
All right, so I have sort of 2 thoughts on this. First, I actually don't really notice that much of a difference with new versus old Twitter. But the 2 thoughts I have here are, one, Elon Musk is incredibly results driven and he wants results quickly. You see him responding to Twitter employees who are saying, oh, we're working on this, that, the other thing. He just says, okay, but did you succeed? Have you made your department better? He's not waiting around for, the 17 product engineers to look at this. He says, I want results right now. And the second point is there are Twitter layoffs going on right now. But there are also layoffs hitting basically every single big tech company as, the entire world emerges from the coronavirus. And they hired, Mark Zuckerberg wanted to expand into the metaverse. A lot of these companies staffed up hugely earlier this year. And now they're realizing, okay, people aren't as online now as they were, when things were more closed down. So there are Twitter layoffs that are going on. But there are layoffs hitting Meta, Facebook. There are layoffs hitting Amazon. There are layoffs hitting all of these companies. But the journalism world is so obsessed and so reliant on Twitter. I think we're seeing way too much of a focus on what's going on at Twitter. at the expense of coverage of every other big tech firm that's having the same problems.
No, it's a fair point. And, you hate to see anybody lose their job. You hope these people land on their feet. But, Chad, I do think that this maybe is a positive thing for our overall society, that people are rejecting some of these social media platforms, saying, like, maybe this has gone far enough and we can get back to face-to-face communication, maybe seeing each other at a bar or a restaurant, real life stuff.
Yeah, first of all, let me just go on record to say Matthew's bolo tie is on point. I love that. Love the turquoise.
Well, Matthew wears the bolo tie every Friday. It's one of the fixtures of the Friday programming here on John Bachman Now.
Love it. Hey, but no, seriously, look, I think we need to bring some shame and ridicule back into society to make people tougher. I'm a comedian, so ridicule's in the job description.
Yeah.
These soft-skinned people who just feel like the world's supposed to cater to them, they don't know what to do when they show up after a break and there's a box on their desk telling them, with a notice telling them to pack up their stuff. And we're seeing the outplay of this. And it's sad, but this is a reality of life.
Yeah. Well, something else I wanted to talk to you guys about is, you think there's like some pushback and like maybe people are common sense is winning the day, but then you have this story out of Washington State. A transgender student at the Seattle Academy High School helped the girls cross-country team qualify for the state championship. That transgender student placing first in the league, but of course that wasn't the case when she was a he and he competed on the boys team. That same athlete finished 72nd. And if you can see the picture behind there, I mean, this is another example where you can just see from one picture the physical advantage this trans person has. Chad, first to you.
Well, apparently these people listen to Shania Twain's "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" a lot and decide to go a different route in sports. This is what I'm talking about. This is a shame. If you want to have transgender divisions in sports, have that. But when you continue to rob biological females, when you rob girls of the hard work that they've put in and their accomplishments, this is the epitome of what happens when you have a participation trophy society and people don't honestly earn what it is you're awarding them for.
We have this story, Matthew, too, and we have the other story where a biological male won a female pageant last week, I believe, as well. Where are the feminists to defend women?
First, Chad, I like your hat in return. John, I like your tie. But I mean, that picture you were just showing me is basically the meme, and we're getting ahead of meme team where the guy's celebrating and it's actually just third place. But I think this has sort of been a problem with I think we're on the fifth wave of feminism now. It sort of is treating the roots of the second and to an extent the third wave of feminism by, as you just said, being completely MIA when you do see things like this where this is Leah Thomas. I mean, we've talked about this last year in a situation there, and it's the exact same thing it looked like. I think they said this is in a high school. So, this is something that is happening both on the college as well as high school levels across the country.
Even in a city like Seattle, there are parents whose kids are on that track team or competing in that league that are just incensed but feel like they can't speak out. We heard about this with Leah Thomas at Penn. University of Pennsylvania, where a lot of the swimmers on the swim team and the parents felt like if they said anything, Chad, they'll face the backlash of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, and that is a conundrum in and of itself, because half of those alphabet don't get along within each other within the community. So it's odd to watch this play out. We recently started an apparel brand called Real Women's Club, and you can go to the .com and visit that. We have shirts on there that say "Real women are not men." It's a very simple statement, but it triggers a lot of people, and I'm here for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on your hat. I like it as well. And is that like a y'all kind of like let's go? It's like what Joe Biden would say, "Come on, man," but in the South they say y'all.
Yeah, this is my reminder that, it almost looks like Yale. It almost looks like an Ivy League school. This is my reminder Southerners are smart too, ish.
Well, it's a different kind of intelligence. It's like a street smarts, but like a country smarts. Matthew, real quick, we got to run, but you got something to say?
Real quickly, I mean, Yale Law School is actually dropping out of the U.S. News World Report rankings because we presume that this is because 25% of the score is based on what peers view the institution to be, and reporting heavily driven by, of course, the Washington Free Beacon has basically decimated Yale. So the more we see these popular, elite institutions taking a tumble, I think actually we're all going to benefit. And actually, America would be better off with a lot more y'all than a lot more Yale.
I like that. More y'all, less Yale. All right. You guys stick around because Aaron Elmore will be joining our panel coming up for the next hour. We'll have worst takes and meme teams. We'll see you gentlemen there. I know you guys prepared some excellent memes for the viewing public. We'll see you in just a little bit.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
real news
For real people.